Falar com essa pessoa aqui.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with? Of course. What can I help you with? Sure. I'm
Bem,
going easy on
amônia.
that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache. Excuse me?
She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of question.
Oh. Well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here. I don't know anything about that.
Pig is a widely used term for...
No need to worry.
Aí.
I'm not saying you did.
Okay. Well, since the street sign's messed up, no problem. Of course.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body.
Sure.
Preciso da luva. Equipei. E a luva que eu vou necessitar aqui, ó, pra mexer no corpo nojento. Eu tentando mexer a tela, igual no LoL.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below.
É, mas eu não usei a amônia. Como que eu uso? Ah, tá. Só tê-lo no inventário é o
There he
suficiente.
still is. Look, you crack open the ammonia ampoule and breathe
Tirei
in
12.
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in...
The man before you is
Foi só
naked.
as
The
botas.
material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark
Bota de
contrast
cerâmica.
to the decaying flesh, delicate and these are clearly not boots. They're
Indeed.
Armadura, que tipo de armadura?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, mostly.
Ah,
Under the
placas de
heat.
cerâmica.
Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's Vitreous enamel. This is advanced. The locals
Entendi.
probably... We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information.
the
Entendido.
sabatons
Esse
dangle
material
off
parece
the
até
man's decaying form.
deslocado
It
aqui.
is. It's expensive.
É caro.
We've requested similar material for a full set.
For
Tá
the
bom.
northwest region of Revachol, and off
Not too much, yes. I have no idea what that means. That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area, just something I scraped together from. I agree. This equipment.
Mata na bota, parece
If anything
frágil.
but, this material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy.
Pô, pega pra nós
like the
então.
whirls of floorboard. If trees were made of porcelain, the whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination. E50, 100,
Good. Can you read it to me?
X5415 6745 678222. Let's lie.
Por que eu vou mentir?
We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use.
Puxa a
This
bota.
feels dangerous.
Não tô nem
The
aí.
stench fills your nostrils as you push downward and
Stop!
Ih, vai cair o corpo em cima de mim.
Pull his head.
Brutal!
Volte a bota.
With you, asshole!
I don't know, baby. I don't know.
Officer, if I may ask, what were you trying to achieve by putting on the deceased foot?
Eu queria essa bota pra
cadaver
mim,
slowly
fi.
twists.
Vamos ver o
The
cinto.
hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt. Big Brother.
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them.
É isso. Aparentemente esse tipo foi reforçado para transporte suspenso. Meu cérebro me disse isso.
The local harbor uses 6 rotors to.
Cérebro me disse
contain
isso, é foda.
I get the sense they use whatever was on hand without paying much attention to not incriminating
Corda
themselves.
reforçada com fios de
I was afraid
aço.
it would be. Thin steel wiring.
Ele se levanta para inspecionar o laço. Finos fios de aço. Nós estamos assumindo que os estivadores fizeram isso? O sumário sugere. Uma greve motivada politicamente. Você não recebeu o memorando? Não.
Then you should ask me the first moment we get. A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. That ladder can't carry a grown man.
Não suporto.
I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch.
The
vamos lá.
cadaver hangs from the cargo, an
Tatuagens.
intricate web of
Uma
blue
intrincada
lines
teia de
stitches
linhas
across the torso.
azuis.
From
Ah,
the
essa
right
tatuagem
shoulder
aqui, ó.
to the solar plexus, his corpse is marked
O corpo
by
dele é
stars,
marcado por estrelas.
alcohol,
É um mapa do céu
and
noturno?
heartbreak.
É um sistema microeletrônico? É um padrão nacional?
Of no nation that I know of. If anything, I agree.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed.
Shit, Kuno.
An instant color camera.
Câmera colorida instantânea.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move.
Ninguém se
I don't
mova.
want to waste.
Quero perder uma delas.
A sound,
A
shrill
porra.
flash, followed by the breaking of a small.
In case we need it.
Máquina legal. Para que precisamos da
It
foto?
contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. Sure.
Peguei a foto para mim.
Glassy-eyed corpse. Look, as you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue.
How should I know why you are squinting, officer? Oh. You are trying to assess lividity.
The monster comes.
So, what do you think?
Eu acho que ele está morto. Ele foi
I do.
espancado.
Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs hard.
Ah, tá.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
It means you fucked him
Corno.
up good, Kuno.
Ficou jogando pedra no moleque.
But there is no.
Olhe
His
nos
eyes
olhos.
are milky white and blind to
Leitosos e
the world.
cegos, comicamente saltados da cavidade ocular. Não há ninguém em casa.
Dark
Oxi.
brown hair
Jura?
grows on his head.
Vou fazer esse aqui, ó,
face is ready to
42%.
explode from the organic processes inside. I'm gone.
Quê? Não para. Aí bagunçou. Eu perguntei pra ele quem é ele.
Into the wild pale in
Ela
the
tá falando
park.
comigo, velho.
Wait, I'm a joke. Look at me. There is nothing funny about jokes either.
Quem era você quando estava vivo? Um assassino.
A motherfucker.
Filho da
Go
assassino.
ahead, Cobbo.
O que está
What
acontecendo?
do you mean?
Falando com
It's
você.
the power of your mad. Go ahead.
Imagination.
Ask me more
Cabeça.
questions.
Eu gosto de fazer perguntas, porque você é um
You're a
tirarone.
copperoni. Look at all of them go. Do you want more? Here you go, you little fuck no.
Eu me vejo
You're
como um
no
Rooney.
Rooney. Between you and me, your name is probably
Não pode ser Harry, eu me
for
nego.
you.
Porque eu sinto como se tivesse esquecido alguma coisa terrível.
Because you have.
Eu te odeio, você
You
fede.
are a man.
A child born with Muller's disease, harlequinism, grown up miraculously.
A mim mesmo, no espelho do banheiro. O bebê afligido com arlequinismo. A mim mesmo.
There you go. Look at.
Feeling nausea,
Ah, mano, eu vou desmaiar de novo.
Come back later, Corporal.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
the cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in.
Of
Antes de
course.
tirar ele. Não, acho que foi
Come
tudo.
back late.
The steel reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
Serrar o galho. Talvez nós devêssemos atirar para descê-lo. Talvez possamos pedir ajuda do porto. Estou sem ideias. Atira!
How?
Como? Eu não sei. Atira lá em cima, talvez.
Yes, the buckle, where it ties the cargo belt to the tree.
Yeah. No, they'll miss. The pigs will miss, Kuno.
Me deixe tentar. Ah, eu quero tentar.
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice what you said.
Ah, então atira aí, tio.
Take it. Yeah.
Ah,
Seconds, with his elbow sharp, and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing it in place. That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzleloader, ascetic. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's stess position, taking aim. The corner of his eye.
He's gonna fucking...
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke.
God damn it.
tio cego, mano.
Fucking idiot! Muckabah!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
Remain collegial, officer. It was an honest mistake, and I will not repeat it. No, we are lucky. Any more mistake? I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
Ah, então pedir
I
ajuda do
was really
porco.
hoping we wouldn't. The Union appear to be suspect in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
But what other options? The corpse twists on the belt, like chicken.
Climb up there and... there has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees. It's bad as it is. Go ahead, I'm not stopping you. Just don't lose it.
They only...
This is the sorriest pair of...
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana pointer!
Sinta o peso
Cold
primeiro.
piece of
The fuck are you waiting for?
The buckle comes into focus in your sights.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth?
Eu vou errar,
At
hein?
least you won't miss.
Your field of
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
Vou apontar a arma pro moleque.
Set me free!
you feel as though it would be dangerous to set this creature free.
Don't.
Do it!
Eu podia tentar matar ele com 17%.
Intense shit, copper.
Fucker waved his gun! It wasn't intense, or what? You gonna fuck me?
Mano, eu vou errar 17%.
Is that what this is about?
Ainda diminuir.
The lieutenant
Fucking pussy didn't shoot sh...
We need to access the harbor and ask the leader of the Union to have it take... I did not want her.
You need to suck my dick!
The leader of the Union.
É isso.
is the ledger you found in the trash. Without resistance, or the words just, who do you think? It's slightly, ever so slight.
Tem que fazer agora. Nossa, muita coisa. Ligue pra Sylvie. Vamos ligar pra Sylvie pra ver quem denunciou o corpo. Opa. Nível. Vou começar a pegar coordenação motora pra poder atirar bem. Por que será que tá baixo? Não, mais um de drama, tô nem aí. Ah, deixa eu ver se eu já pensei nas coisas. Pensando. As coisas. Sal. 41% de pensar na coisa. O que é pensar na coisa? Ah, falta 3 horas e 35 minutos. Ah! Legal. Vou mexer no carrinho aqui de novo.
You see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone,
Rádio.
a pull-out toolbox.
This is precinct 57.
Sylvie.
Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on.
005 1944 298.
Give it a minute.
officer. I have Sylvie Malaika on the line. Yes, hello?
Hello. E a polícia?
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
No, not me. What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the union already knew about the court. No one calls the police. The union would get angry. You know, what the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Ah, o sindicato é a lei por
Legally,
aqui?
no. In reality, yes. Martinez is de facto policed, but
Entendi.
Words are not necessary to feel the lieutenant's discontent for the situation.
I
Ah,
don't
não
know
vou
what to tell you,
pressioná-lo.
officer. No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper people don't have the money to have the cable.
Tá, ela não sabe quem
it was
ligou.
someone else. We'll find them sooner.
Yeah, go on.
Você sabe quem colocou as roupas da
No,
vítima
I
no
don't
lixo?
know. It wasn't me.
Tá. Você viu meu
Yes,
distintivo?
I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law. Oh,
Real police would have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours?
Não preciso de resposta pra cada detalhe.
It's better to not ask too
Você viu minha arma?
no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective. You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating and
Pausou.
you were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes.
Oh,
Whoosh.
those again. I have been trying to, when you put your gun, your actual gun, on your temple and pretend to shoot your brains out, off of that, people don't like that.
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns. It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me,
Vendi minha
I
arma.
did not ask. Well, you tried to jam it down the toilet, sir, clogging it completely. After I had unclogged the toilet and retrieved the paperwork, I am sorry about that.
Vendi, foi ela que jogou no
Anything
lixo.
else? No, absolutely not.
Ah, eu chamei ela pra tomar uma xícara de café por
You mean,
quê,
why did I
velho?
leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir. What? No, why would you even think that?
Ele me disse que convidou você pra sair. Você tá dizendo que não aconteceu?
Please, don't bring Gar into this. I already said I don't want to talk about this. I
Tá
do
bom.
hope so. Please, don't call me again.
Empatia.
Bye.
É. 10?
Yes,
Certo.
you've obviously done something to upset.
I'm not mad. It's just you were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened. It just made me want to quit. The stuffed bird, the great skua. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird." I think you said
Ah, eu sou meio doido.
giving you shit ever since you got there.
Pássaro maldito teve que mereceu.
It was a pretty bird. There since I started working in whirling. I really liked her. You call her Scotty. Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever seen. I had
Caralho.
sailors fighting. Union guys grabbing my ass. Well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting bored of even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now. We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody. To hell with that song. Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it... I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. threatened to make me understand. And then you screamed something about how you're actually a real cool guy and no one understands it. One of the and then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents, causing... I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing... No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst.
Você é a pior rapariga de taberna. Garota, solte um pouco. Você nunca curte? Nem sei o que dizer. Não, só pede desculpa, só.
I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened. Wait, really? No, this is absolutely not true. No, I was actually...
There's a pause.
I didn't know what to say to him later. Then you came and destroyed the place. So I left without explaining. I should have...
Eu falo com ele por você.
Please don't mess it up.
Tá bom.
All sorts of things. From this... Yes, that's the one you like to sing along to the most.
Interesting. You still have to find...
Certo, obrigado, moça.
Anything
Tchau
else
pra
I
ela.
can help you with, officer?
Verificar um número de série, sim.
Officer? What's... Got it.
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is an inter-Isolari law enforcement service. The crown jewel in the moral
Solar, tipo onde eu tô, mano.
alongside EPIS and the coalition government.
No. And I doubt they'll get back to me before tomorrow morning.
Só amanhã de manhã.
In the cabin, you see a set.
Vambora. Vamos lá falar pro Gart que a mina gosta dele. Eita. Maluco bêbado aqui, ó.
That sugary black rum stuff on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long... Oh, excuse me. Do you have
Quero beber nada, não.
a colorful piece of plastic on the counter rolled out of his open hand? You see a blister pack of headache medicine. It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the phone.
No idea. Possibly because there's a strike going on in the harbor.
The man does not mind. You probably need them.
Peguei magnésio,
Just
tá.
picked up some magnesium.
Mano,
This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your
Ótimo.
character portrait.
eu vou roubar isso aqui porque é a identificação de que ele trampa lá no bagulho.
Your
Consegui.
fingers find their way in. The man emits a loud snore. Is he about to wake up? Doesn't look like it, but you never know. Better be quick. No, he's looking the other way, perhaps purposefully. You find a black paper note with a woman's profile on it. Seems like this woman lived centuries ago. The note says 5 real. Yum yum.
R$5.
Money.
R$5.
Think of all the things you can buy with this.
Dane-se o dinheiro, quero o documento.
ID card out of the loop and pocket it. The sleeping dock worker has little to say.
Só isso. Mano, com esse documento dele, eu posso entrar lá nas docas e questionar. Questionar? Interrogar. A chave do container.
I hope you found how strange. I certainly didn't put them there. Sylvie had the keys before I think Fugue states are more your... The trash collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see why...
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to... Thank you anyway.
Yes. Wait, what? But what about the bird? Yes, the bird. I found it lying on the floor with a broken wing the morning she left.
Eu quebrei.
You broke the skewer.
I assure you it was him.
Why on earth did you have to break the skewer?
Talvez seja uma vingança minha? Não, foi uma
I
desgraça.
can't believe it. I was so sure it was Sylvie. Even worse, I thought she was trying to send me a message.
A tender type of hope.
All right. Did she say anything else about me, you know?
Disse que você é legal, mas é o chefe dela. Qual é? A hierarquia vertical aqui? Balance cabeça. Não. Sim.
Really? I should thanks.
Liga pra ela.
Was there anything else you wanted, or...
É nóis, meu parça. Resolvi um problema aí, ó. Ela que não me odeia mais. que mais eu tenho aqui? Itens. Cartão do tiozinho e... Foto instantânea das tatuagens.
Intricate web of blue lines stretches across the pattern still kind of has for you to discover. You've gotten as someone who knows about gone.
Isso. Vamos entrar na cozinha. Vou lavar esse prato aqui. Não dá. Tô com a luva ainda. Eu vou ficar com a luva, não tô nem aí.
Smoking below an exhaust. As you step in, it must be his name. Garancy, Quebec. Sounds representative. The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air. He smiles and bangs his... It's almost like music.
Falando com o cozinheiro sobre as panelas que ele tem. Pega essa faca pra nós. Cozinheiro.
You see, you immediately feel draw the old cobalt paint. The door does not budge.
You do? It is quite pretty. Gart is the person to ask about this.
Porra. De entrar ali naquela porta, daí tem que perguntar pro cara. Ih, não dá.
Another thing. Great. Oh, yes, that door. Sure. No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care.
Wondering about it is.
Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference.
Fine, okay. So, I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though. After the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that.
Tá bom.
Yes? Yes. Have you got a lot? For the room and broken window? 100 a lot. A lot. Yes?
Não tenho dinheiro, fiz 100 real, eu tenho 6 real. O Zão aqui não fala comigo. Não consigo abrir a porta.
The man ponders his cooking utensils. He looks up at you. Shrugging is an international sign for no, I don't know what's behind that door.
Continue masculino.
He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging.
Continue masculino. Entendi. Ah, quem fez a ligação denunciando o crime? Pode levar um bom tempo. A gente no karaokê não dá. Rastreie seu distintivo, sua arma, ainda não dá. Detalhes da realidade, pague pelos danos, não tenho. Descubra quem está no anexo do sindicato. Alguns homens indisciplinados do sindicato se reúnem no refeitório. Eles não estão lá hoje, mas provavelmente eles logo irão aparecer. Sim, é depois das 4. Explore as passagens secretas do Whirling. Encontre um caminho para passar. Existem portas estranhas no Whirling. Ninguém sabe para onde elas conduzem. Encontre o caminho e veja o que está escondido lá no canto esquecido do albergue da cafeteria. Porta esconde. Dinheiro. É isso. Quando eu juntar 100zão, eu pago o cara aqui. Porta de verão fechada para inverno. Oi? Oi? Deixa eu ver se dá pra eu colocar aqui pra ele correr automaticamente. Tá, né? Tá, mas... A criança não me responde. O que tem aqui?
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the
Clube de boxe, janela 24, ateliê de moda, táxi Fabron, Slipstream, Forte Revés, Cidade do Gelo de Rivachol, saguão principal, edifício B, Pimbal Delta Leste. Cartão vazio.
This button looks new, but someone...
This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
Entendi.
Nothing happens after you ring. Silence. Silence. Silence.
Look.
You hear static from the...
Yes, hello.
She sounds almost antique. as if her voice was being played off an old wax cylinder. A receiver must not be working.
Vim fazer um pedido.
The lieutenant exchanges. It's a woman, and she knows.
Você me reconhece? Meu coração bate mais rápido. Quem se importa se você não se lembra dela? Apenas entre na onda.
Something's wrong here.
Quem é você?
Are you sure she's talking to you?
Endireite a coluna, sim, sou eu.
Michelle,
Michelle?
please. Why did you even call? I don't understand.
Sumi?
Gone for months.
Claro que eu me importo. Passei maus bocados.
Since I came to live here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again,
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally meet again.
she
Ser o
sounds
quê,
like
mulher?
she's about to cry.
Não chore.
She doesn't answer.
Ainda tá aí?
Silence. The only thing you can hear now is
Não quer falar
static
comigo.
waves
Ninguém nunca quer falar
washing
comigo.
ashore on the bay. Another seagull.
It must have been some kind of faulty wiring.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call.
Volição.
12 name cards on the call box read.
Taxi
"Looks
Fabron."
like someone has melted hot. You wait. For a
Janelas
minute, you
24
ring the
horas.
doorbell. All
Clube
you
de
hear
boxe.
is you ring the doorbell. What an ominous
Ninguém
name.
responde. Saguão principal.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your...
She thinks you're the gremlin.
Tente
child.
imitar o Kuno.
What would he say to this?
Eu vou falar com isso da polícia.
I thought you were... But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore, so I can't help you.
A single
Porra,
beep
devia ter imitado o Kuno. Tatice. Uma cópia do mapa da cidade. Até um brother aqui, ó. Vamos lá
a
cantando.
simple little cadence. He seems to be
Continua escutando. O que tá acontecendo aqui?
Jam, my man.
Congestionamento, cara.
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the. Meanwhile, we're
Tudo
all
aqui
stuck
é
here.
gigantesco,
Yeah.
velho.
It's official.
Tipo, tá tendo um congestionamento. Não é um congestionamento. O congestionamento do século.
Antiquated term for heavy fuel.
Yeah,
Curto o estilo do
imagine.
cara.
It's been a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need?
Um trocado?
Huh? Oh, the bosses, man. Yeah, it sure ain't good for me. Or you.
Tendo greve.
Whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out. Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane and half the... I've heard talk...
Ah, yes,
Novo guindaste
from the
elétrico.
Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
Conversa de que há também uma representante da companhia na cidade, como um tipo de negociadora de greves. Ela deve saber o que está acontecendo. É, né? Tem que falar com ela.
They want to keep that money flowing in. Anything else? Us lorry drivers. Camioners. You still
Caminhoneiros.
hang around here waiting for this mess. Not my thing.
What's better than chasing transient pleasures? He tries his best to look nonchalant,
Empatia. 8% de chaqueta.
as if trying to conceal.
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting...
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the
Fácil
box.
ver que ele está falando a verdade também. Eu sou o mestre do drama.
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of...
Ô,
Nothing.
porra.
I'm just messing with you. Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms. Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. They usually get shipped to Grodd in the Occident. Though we've been making this rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of.
A motor lorry, also called a camion,
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together. We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy. Not unless they've illegal...
the man
Entendi.
taps his fingers rhythm.
Don't be a
Valeu, meu
stranger.
parça. Ah, o cara é gente boa, gostou de mim, spa. Ô, louco, ó. Invadiu o lugar. O que é isso aqui?
An old monument stands. A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads,
Este rei fez.
What did he do? High above you.
Não dá pra saber porque eu não tenho enciclopédia. Dinheiro. Ah, fi. Deixa dinheiro vacilando no caminhão, eu pego mesmo. Uma camisa. Essa camisa me dá mais força, velho. Faz sentido? Que é regata, né? E essa daqui me dá mais o quê? Conceitualização e menos 1 de sujeito. É louco agora. Forte. Nessas luvas, velho. Dá mais 1 de interação, então eu vou deixar. Melhor do que nada. Um carro de estrangeiro. Os caras bloquearam. Ó, dinheiro. Ah, vacila pra você ver. Armazeno. E tamanho do maluco, viado.
Bastards! We have a right. Hold up. You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Não.
Good. We're fighting for besides.
Por que eu bater nos caras só porque os caras tá em greve?
It helps if people see us talking. Cops and strike breakers. Might be time. I don't trust cops. But rights of people. Rights of... Maybe you should...
É isso, vou trocar uma ideia.
So do we, Scott.
Seu pelego. Me quer entrar no porto. O que é uma greve? Quem são esses fura-greves? Olha em volta. Qual é exatamente o seu objetivo aqui?
We were promised work. Main gate's locked. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk eat huge Seminoles guys standing up bad.
Nada de útil. Já pensaram em sair invadido?
Why don't you go arrest them instead?
Vou prender os caras por quê?
If you went home, at least for now. If you can't.
No. They will give up eventually. Or get drunk.
Quem são os
Honest
fura-greves?
men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for
Tá
corporate
bom.
interest. We came here.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leader?
You think they follow because I'm big?
O que é uma
When a bunch
greve?
of ungrateful beats me.
When the man moved, there's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting. His shirt is far too
A camisa dele é pequena demais. É verdade, né?
while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence. He ignores your question. Silence is the answer.
Olha lá, é isso que eu falei aqui no outro episódio, ó. Se eu descobrir que o cara tá mentindo, olha o tamanho dele. Ele vai sentar a mão em mim porque eu sou fraquinho. De onde você é? Por um momento achei que você parecia realmente familiar.
Don't think we've met.
Mano, esse cara aqui conseguiria pendurar o tiozão lá fácil, hein?
It's like you can see glimpses of another guy under the guise of this.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill. Worked at Territorial.
Pretty okay as far as lies go.
Mentira. Não, agora, mas eu posso ter passado por lá. Na verdade, eu não me lembro bem das coisas. Nunca ouvi falar. Você está mentindo? É, eu acho que já estive lá.
It was a long time ago. Have fun.
Estou entrevistando pessoas sobre o assassinato que
I know
aconteceu
nothing
aqui.
about murder. Wouldn't put it past the right to work. It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup.
We are not pity.
Let us work. What's it to you? Big mess.
Every once in a while, it's like you can.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick to worked at.
Pretty okay as.
We're done here. I have a strike to break.
Oferecei o cara, se pá. Alguém que possa conversar com esse cara aqui, ó. É que tem dinheiro aqui que eu vi. Ihu, dinheiro. Mano, corre, meu parça.
Scab?
O que exatamente é um pelego? Sou um pelego. Direito de trabalhar. Não sou um pelego, sou um tira. Sou um pelego.
Good, officer. Don't worry.
Ah, ele já
We can
sabe.
have solidarity. Imagine.
Psst. Show him your stolen card. Now,
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the wild north? Come to see the strife?
Sou um trabalhador.
the
Vou
man
mostrar o cartão.
looks at the colorful piece of plastic, then at you.
But that's not you, officer.
Uma foto velha.
From back when you were not a cop, but a heavy-set, dark-skinned dock worker named Santiago Jean?
Sim.
Highly unlikely. I've known John for several
Ah,
years.
que
Now
droga.
you're in a mess. The time hath not arrived. Sorry.
Oh, John's been out drinking himself blind again?
O moleque tá bebendo.
It will
Não vou
prove
falar que eu roubei, né?
useful still.
Pega mal.
Believe your thieving fingers.
Se ele pode ficar com cartão. Evidência de investigação ou...
Oh, is my friend in some sort of trouble? Who knew? Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder. Probably not. I wouldn't even know where to start with that. Body still hanging. I'm not really an admirer. I don't operate in that I walk right past me. Yeah, the
Craniometrista.
2.5 meter tall Semini supremacist.
Ah, tamanho do maluco, viado.
Walk right past him,
Supremacista.
then press the button to unlock the door, then go past him again, and you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
Parece que vai ser
Don't worry,
fácil
I'm sure it's
assim.
not completely impossible. For example, or you could convert
Se
to his
bater naquele
semi-supremacist
maluco.
worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible.
Alguém já superou ele no confronto físico? Não.
He's
Nothing a couple of solid hooks from Dexter and Sinister won't.
Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert. Sure. Sure
Me
thing,
dá
friend.
dinheiro aí.
I can help you out.
The coin narrowly slips by your outstretched.
Oh,
Eu
I'm
sou muito
sorry.
burro,
Didn't
velho.
mean to throw it like that. It's a thing we harbor folk do, passing around cargo. It was not meant as
O
provocation.
maluco jogou a moeda, eu fui pegar e o bagulho passou por entre os dedos.
With respect. Then,
Right, always glad to
Ó,
help
um
out the
conto.
RCM. We're, you know,
Sobre o que é a greve? Boa conversa, preciso ir. Não tem muito o que eu fazer. Tá. Eu preciso passar por ele ali e aparentemente eu não consigo. Mas se pá que eu consigo entrar aqui, hein. Salvamento automático, certeza que é porque vai dar merda. E aí, meu parça?
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Que isso? Não diga nada, vamos avaliar o cara.
Admiring my morphophysiology.
Claro, você é enorme.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, I'm sandwich. You are not. What is this androgynous display of sex?
merely standing up makes you sweat profusely.
Caralho, eu tô cagando de medo.
Is erratic.
Stop it. You are embarrassing yourself in front of this woman. And
Pedomórfico. Pedomórfico é foda.
this
Pior que é
display of
verdade.
weakness may appear.
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard.
Meu corpo não denuncia, velho. Meu corpo não tem importância. Eu estou com a polícia e precisamos entrar no porto. É isso.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to
Alcool.
Al-Ghul.
Alcool.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot. Yes. Al-Ghul is an ancient
Ah, não quero saber, irmão.
Fermented drinks have existed for 10,000.
This is a fabrication the alchemists of Yizot and Bashir and the Rolam and Rul had. Why don't you have another drink? Your features are not yet.
Oh yeah, Measurehead.
Boa ideia, posso pedir pra ele tirar o cara lá da árvore pra mim, né?
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving begging for help. You gave, you don't. You will be superseded.
It is, baby.
There is a
Eu vou apanhar, hein, velho.
behind him. Just, this man is not budging. Let's hope his superiors inside are more cooperative.
Não sei se está certo sobre isso. Agora eu preciso que você me ajude a tirar aquele cadáver de lá. Eu só preciso que você se mova cerca de 20 centímetros para trás. Empurre para fora do caminho. Você é louco? Morrer se eu empurrar esse cara para fora do caminho.
Enough. We bring you to the walls will be lined with bottles.
Nocautei ele, 14. Ou
Beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the oaths to homosexuality you call up.
He does not so much as glance at the object.
Stop showing me your pathetic cup.
He had nothing to do with it.
cara
Does
chato.
he strike you as the kind of man who puts mugs into trash? The man looks at you, silent and unmoving.
You are not Santiago.
Caraca.
Santiago is not you. Oh, don't be vulgar. White or not, Mr. Clay also.
Ah, velho.
To serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic. Jam. Individually offshoot. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. What you need is to come to terms with extinction and never getting that dead
Vou
body
sentar a mão nele,
out of
velho.
the tree.
Morrer, sentar a mão nele.
Go ahead.
Porra.
Don't be shy. Just ask for race secrets. That's understandable. Jean
Vou dar soco nele. Toma.
sage and an intellectual giant of race theory.
Virou piada lá.
Of Al Ghul. How did this happen? Your little fist is in his giant.
You must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk. Say it. I am a good.
Perdi moral, mas também não perdi a mão.
Humiliate your homoerotic organization.
We still need to.
Cara chato,
As you
velho.
turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint. From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law office. What are you? Deaf? Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen. Salam Rocky Baye, badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. With a sudden flash, the world.
Lá se vai. Bônus temporário de pesquisa, -2 em lógica. Aqui ainda parece improvável. Mas vamos internalizar. Enquanto ele pesquisa, eu tenho uns debuff, né? Eu acho que eu tô entendendo.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have.
Ah, entendi como servem as checagens brancas. Eu posso tentar de novo quando eu upar a característica, tipo, porque daí eu vou ter mais força e aí eu tenho mais chance de acertar.